some music going.
Get the fuck out of this haunted house!
Hating myself, I probably do deserve to rot in hell. Got the few loose screws to drill them all in you. Cause lately don't give a fuck, it's just really all that I do. Dark truth, so do white lies. You don't realize, line line, the light alpine. Make a flat line, every man for the damn sound. Till we all die outside in the street light. What you see, type perfection.
Hey yourself, black boots, Doc Martens and Ricks too. Alt music and rap tunes, metal hardcore tracks blow up my headphones and my eardrums. Fuck loving God, I wanna feel one. I get so high that sometimes I get paranoid. Did you hear something? Yeah, cover yourself in Vaseline, then secondly in gasoline. Snort some crushed amphetamines and eat benzodiazepines. Pick a place with families to maximize the casualties. Do not attempt what I'm saying, this is an analogy. They'll put you on a magazine for fucking up so massively. You hate yourself cause you have trouble embracing reality. This life is a duality of love and brutality. I'd rather focus on my salary and counting up my calories. Hate yourself, do drugs, kill yourself, step on a bug, crush his body into the rug. I don't think he's getting up. Do you understand irony? Do you not understand the joke? I'd rather live my life for me than hate myself until I go.
And I can think about it. So maybe chemicals in my head, I can find the balance. You seek acceptance with faces for social status. The internet's just a chalice, you drink it by the gallon. Hate myself, I probably do deserve to rot in hell. Got the few loose screws to drill them all in you. Cause lately don't give a fuck, it's just really all that I do. Dark truth, so do white lies. You don't realize, line line, the light alpine. Make a flat line, every man for the damn self. Till we all die outside in the street light. What you see?
Revenge.
Blood dripping like rain, sticking to your nose ring. Vampire got fish sniffing cocaine. When I look into your eyes, I can only see pain. Blood shoot shots, so I click it bang bang.
I feel like someone's on fuck with my time, I might chop you. If you wanna run in some top, I might block you. I cannot kick you with you like soccer, I'm like Brock. If I op one is ones, I'm Onyx, I might rock you. Outstanding in my field like a motherfucking scarecrow. Walk to a thought and only fucking with the bands that I can. Promise God won't forgive, but I can. You should watch out for my homies and masks look like yeah. Alternatively, I could get the bag while you gonna pity armor piercing, sleepy hollow tips, the haunted blicky blood is sticky, sticking to my bricks. I'm sick of stomping in the faces of my enemies. My spirit gun is popping like a
Got that rat-a-tat, I smoke that cushion till I yak. I get the racks like dry cleaners in the back.
Dark truth, so do white lies. You don't realize, line line, the light alpine. Make a flat line, every man for the damn self. Till we all die outside in the street light. What you see, type
Revenge.
figure out who I roll on. Ain't shit that I told him. 100K been a motor. Buy drinks and I hold him. Money came when I showed him. Give a fuck what I owed him. Say shit that I loaded. Never been where he going. Let's have it back. He said it, we said it back. Fucking relax. Run out of shit like a track. I ain't in a rap. Nobody me, that's a fact. Do this shit for a rack. Tell her we know where he at. I'ma do it again, I'ma make it a problem. Say shit when I call him. Want it back when I got him. Yeah, he gotta kill me. Yeah, he gotta hit me whenever I waste. There's no way real me. Yeah, pussy, my friends don't catch shit. Lay him down when it's dark out. I've been moving hella different, I don't want top, bitch, I wanna check now. One step for the blacklist. You ain't never coming back, bitch. We don't know about your brother, bet we put him under, I ain't even text it. He should've killed in a second, he wanted me dead. Yeah, I kill a bottle whenever he put it in bed. Yeah, he better die for the fuck if he made it in bed. Yeah, I was the back of his weight on the shit of a gang. Made another like it's automatic, I'ma never be the one to go. Yeah, once you hit the fucking ground fast, how we brought a gun inside a show. Everybody that you fucking with has been another one that I know. I don't really fuck around with it if the money count too slow.
Wanna hop into some Fortnite, go get it, start making some progress on our program here.
That's how you sit, make that boy my bitch. I've been sleeping it off, but he can't touch this shit, I got this shit don't stop. Yeah, tryna fuck up a cop. I
too many days. Drake. Society willing to play. For putting me into this game. I'm defending my spot in this game. Suicide, 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 suicide.
So I have to go to the bathroom. So we'll do that all for the rest of the True development. That's what we want every day. True progress. That's true development. We'll make a C++ tutorial stream, record everything that we need to know about it. We'll also look up some keyboard practice, and we'll also look for C++ practice, something like that. Combine that with YouTube, we'll see what everybody else does, we'll see how we'll be able to master that with my college programming, combining it with my own personal YouTube channel.
Hey, I just a mask in the vest. Cause y'all everybody is right out with a chef. If any fucking pussy moving left, I'ma put him in check with a quit from his chest. I just had the depth, let's book up the meth. I'll pop a few pills, I sniff up the get out, run up the cell. I'm your bitch with hey. You don't own me, yet nevertheless I might knows me. I'm coming straight for your neck, I'm no phony. I live for the red, the flows on me. You wanna go toe to toe, I'm like Brody. Said it with your face into the unholy moly. If you
are all part of my portfolio.
Slowly pull it with any two fucking girls. You spin and draw like a roly-poly. Then I smoke up and I go to ghost. They need you to face the fact. Pick a step and fucking take it back. Got a motherfucking blade inside. Gotta know me, I've been merchant that read your face. The black, the blue, the black, the blue, the yeah. I'm sick of fucking sleeping. I'm even you can fucking go to you. Tripping no more. Put it to the top of your head like I thought the fucking winter with a little bit of running out. You're the kill. I drink my soul. Chill with my vodka. She call me God. I got it. Shut it before you find out that I'm a motherfucking punk. Let it get fucking drunk. Does that like a mud? Cause I might be up to drunk. Think that I might be nuts. Every detect that footage to crap from a bitch who just really wanna smash me. Fuck all the time, get all of the back, then fuck off, I'm back, that's tax free. Oi, is that a dirty yank I see? This bitch is the pump. I'm the auntie, you are not around my thumb. I'm in the alley, take a penny for crack. City with a henny, make a little nigga hack. Everybody wanna be pumped, but it's hot for the shit, very pumped. Do something in the past. If we stop huffing off and make music different than each other's dogs, and we stop breaking everybody's jobs, so they can't say nothing about your cause. And instead of follow when we make the laws, and instead of wallow when we kick a fucking, if we manage that before the ship is sunk, then all you pussy bitches can be called a punk. I wanna let you know that you will never shit, and you will never be able to fit your dick in such a elbow jar. You break it back and you can practice that. Train style. I'm seeming and meaning, I'm seeming real mean, and I mean it. What I say, nigga, is feeling. I'm sick and I'm dreaming. You swear that you seen them up on the roof screaming. I'm a motherfucking punk. Let me get fucking drunk. Does that like a mud? Cause I might be out there drunk. Think that I might be nuts. Every day I got footage to crap my bitch. It really wants to ask me. Fuck all of that, get all of the back, then fuck off, I'm back, that's tax free. I was scrolling through some memes last night. Got some titty pics, how you doing, night? Some upcoming rappers looking for advice. A couple booty pics, same thing, just a different night. And then I seen it, I hope you mean it. Go kill myself or believe it. I've tried to treat it, cause I've already tried to take my life twice by suicide. But everybody knows a Grim Reaper just can't die. I ain't a gangster and I never claimed to be one. But if I had to gangbang, you know I'd be a G1. And if it ever came to murder, I'm a free one. Riding in the sunset, if I ever see one. I ain't a player, but I know it's gotta be fun. Just licking kitty and some titties like I'm going D1. And if I ever got tested, need a cheap one. Cause money's tight like the hoe I fucked in my Nissan. Lately I got these psychopathic thoughts running through my boxing out my speakers with some attitude. Lately I got the world so pissed off, better than pissed on. Did you do what he gotta do? Lately I got these psychopathic thoughts running through my boxing out my 12s with some attitude. And maybe I'll just take my whole mask off, tell him all fuck off. Did you do what he wanna do? You fucking pussy, yeah, I am what I eat. Why you sucking on my face once a week? Why you all your money, just give it to me. Go look in the mirror and see a pussy. Like mirror, mirror on the wall, what's the biggest bitch of all? I've been feeling going all, running out of Adderall. Really don't know who to call, I don't wanna get involved. It's Diggy, bitch. But I will if I have to. For the Grim Reaper, I'll let him just slash you. Yeah, you can't take no more than bash you. For every time you hit that bitch and snatch you. Lately I got these psychopathic thoughts running through my box and out my speakers with that they base. Pull up at the red light and we race. Getting head in the whip, shit's amazing. Yeah, you know when it's close, I know what I do, what I want, cause I know how to fight it. I'm blowing it back, yeah, I'm breaking the spine on it like a whip class on the head from my hand when I'm fucking that crazy shit. She fine, but I brought it one time, cause I don't got the time. This shit is so easy, I'm guessing it, I'm finna blow up, and my numbers are climbing. Yeah, yo, bitch, got me on a Christmas wish list. Yeah, I like them goth girls, introverted, wrist, big tits, wrists, all up in my business. Got your girls in the DMs, I don't want your misses.
Genic on my pieces, hollows popping through the chrome. Lava leaking from my body, probably rotten to the bone. No, I'm not fucking with you leeches, probably caught him at the store. That chopper speak up 30 rounds, don't watch his body leave it. So my flow enhancing, that boy rancid. I told my mans that my plans is to build finances. And hella plans is my dance, it gets so romantic. She got the chanting and plan, but she's underhanded. He lost a damn limb, I'm guard again. Make that wall again, bring that bat and break his jaw again. So not that motherfucker again, not y'all again, not small again. Send them through your card again. If I don't get what's mine, then I'ma let these hollows off again. Then put a cap in his head for the breath of a trap to the back of the house with a stack on nights in the mountain. I'm there for the fuck with more. I'm there for the knock, get a nigga, put it back in his mouth. I don't really think I'm asking twice. Passing it around with a goddamn ass at the club. Got a fucker to the dog, got a teach. Cause I'm doing that, a motherfucker when I cut a motherfucker. Watch your wrist, I can't move from these. I'm chilling, got my pieces, hollows popping through the crown. Love a leaking from my body, probably biting to the bone. Now I'm not fucking with you leeches, probably caught him at the store. That chopper split up 30 rounds, don't watch his body leave us. On my flow enhancing, that boy rancid. I told my mans that my plans is to build finances. And hella plans is my dance, it gets so romantic. She got the chanting and plan, but she's underhanded. He lost a damn limb, I'm guard again. Paint that wall again, crank that bat and break his jaw again. So knock that motherfucker again, not yawn again. I'm Spartacus, sending through your card again. If I don't get what's mine, then I'ma let these hollows off again. Then
Let's see, main scene, display capture, Fortnite. That's on. No, that's actually right. Actually, we'll just call this the. I don't know why it's gotta be named that. Just we all made this necessary. That's what y'all should name it, because y'all suck. Okay, so then this up, start this. Some more water. Actually, before we go get it, I don't care what happens when we load. Now. Try something new, shall we? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, set mute for me. shotgun, the better range, SMG, sight, the better range, sniper, okay. Power. Just we have a few restrictions on us right now, including 2-hand restrictions. Restrictions. On the right hand. Get numbers. This one, this is a 2-shot, I don't like that. I don't know what this is. I could use that. I need a 6 slot. This is better. That's so stupid, man. Where was my team that entire game? All they were doing was dying. They were literally right by me, bro. They didn't help a single bit. I don't know what to tell you. I'm out here fighting a full team and there's only like 2-3 teams left. Yeah, die. Wait for die. Get me out of this game. You're useless. How are you gonna be a teammate and not be a teammate? Like, yo, good heal. You just wasted it. Or you can die. Swear, this is exactly why I just like don't even care about even looking at my teammates at the start. There's no point. That's how they're playing, dude. These are definitely flat loaded. 100%. These are not players. These are more like copies. How did these copy players get into that? See, they ratted their way. I had a good fight before I died. I was fighting a full team. Plus a duo that was ratting. I killed one of those duos. Then I got pressed by 3 others. Had no shields. Had heals, but I could have used them and I didn't. But I was also getting pressed. Yeah, get boogie bombed and die. Hurry. Wasting my time. Use your shields. Brother. Use your heals, it's in your hand. Oh, just heal up. What are you doing? You have all that metal and brick. Oh my god. What did I just watch? Guaranteed we could have gone up farther if all 3 of my teammates, or even just one of my teammates, had my back. That one fight I had, on God, we would have gone up more than just 7%. Unbelievable. But I also have restrictions on me right now, so. Okay, this is pissing me off. Let me out. Let me out.
: stands for standard library, and it gets prefixed to a lot of things in C++. In C# it doesn't exist, it doesn't need it. So in C# it's string reading, or world. In Java, see the primary difference in here besides the colors, and colors mostly don't matter because you as a programmer can choose whatever color layout you want for your Visual Studio or your IDE. That C++ and C# both have lower s's on strings, and in Java it doesn't have lower s on string. Most languages, not all but most, are extremely type sensitive and casing sensitive. And then in TypeScript, you're going to notice that the primary difference between the upper 3 lines is the keyword let reading identified as string equals hello. So in
Okay, we'll try again.
the other languages, it's string, either upper s or lower s, the identifier reading equals without. On TypeScript, it's let reading as a string equals hello. So the syntax for everything is, it could be similar, it could be very alien, but the concepts are the same. That's why the video says understand programming patterns, because throughout all of my, at least my college experience, so I was in community college programming from 2009 to 2013. I moved here to Full Sail for web dev and design from 2014 to 2016, and then I took cloud computing, which had some basic forms of programming like Python and a couple other very specific languages for that degree from 17 to 18. And in web languages specifically, there's a billion of them. And there's frameworks that are applied on top of language that alter language so significantly, it might as well be a different language. So after you've worked with so many of them, you're like, I forgot the syntax for this, I know what I want to do, I'm just going to do it. I do that every day. Right now I have a project that I'm doing in Python, and then TPG1 done in C++, and I still have a couple seconds.
What are we at? 44:17.
Which, that example, Teach PG1 done in C++, and I still have a couple side projects that are done either in web languages like PHP or in C#. So going from bouncing from language to language, I just often Google the syntax for what I know I want. And then right here, still the same example of language to language. Right here we have floats, which are non-whole numbers, so there's a decimal place or decimal point. And then integers, or ints, which are whole numbers. And then casting, which is a fancy term for taking a value of one type and trying to make it another type. So you can turn an int to a float, so a whole number to a number that has decimal points. You can also do that in reverse in some languages, where you can take a float, which that example up there on the top left where it's 2.5, you can turn it into an int, and some languages will just truncate the decimal point and just drop it off into 2. But here are the different examples of variable declaration and casting. So what we're going to be doing in class, specifically in day 2 stuff, we're going to set up a float called the number, where we're giving it a value, and we're putting that f there because 2.5 is natively a type double. In other languages, it's called decimal. And then there's a key difference between decimal or double, and then floats is the amount of decimal place for the size of the number that we're putting. And then under it is going to be the casting of that number. So we're setting up an int variable called number. We're assigning it the casted value, and we know it's a casting. Again, this is a 2 step. We'll go much more on day 2. But the type with the parentheses next to the variable. In C# it's basically the same because they're languages of the same family. A lot of stuff is going to be similar. Some of the stuff is going to be much more alien. Java is going to also look similar. And then TypeScript is, like I said on screen, it's a bit too complicated. And then going into methods, which is going to be day 3 in 2 topics, you can kind of see the difference mostly in the color coding. So like what we're going to be doing is we have this line where it's string, this or that, some parentheses, a bool, which is another type, like an int or a float or a string. We make a string, we assign it the value of that, and then we have an if statement, which is definitely 2 content. And then you can kind of just like see the quick different variations in each of the languages. For loops, which are also going to be week 2 topics, they all look fairly similar. The one that is, I think, the most different, I believe, is going to be TypeScript here. Just like double checking. These two are pretty much the same. Java and C# are very similar, and C++ and C# are very similar. So you'll see a lot of comparisons between C++ and Java, but you'll see more things that look different than C. Week 3 topics, I kind of cover it on day 3, but it's mostly a day 7, day 8 topic because we have different classes. Basically, it's think of it as like a giant container or a giant variable. And if we think of a variable like an integer, the best way I've ever heard it described is one of the instructors in web design development. Say you have a box, and that box is only meant to carry ints or integers, whole numbers. You cannot put words, strings, characters, anything that's not a whole number in this box. Well, you kind of think of a class as a bigger box that can take different smaller boxes. Is the easiest way to explain it before we get into those actually day 3, day 7 topics. So right here is the external resource policy that I mentioned earlier. While students are encouraged to supplement the course material with their own independent research, there are several rules within the course when utilizing third-party resources. In addition, we understand that some students may have prior knowledge or experience with C++ or an associated programming language. You may utilize resources outside the course's scope. However, you may not use concepts or practices from external resources that are not discussed within one without approval from your instructor. This is a zero-tolerance policy. Failure to consult your instructor will result in an automatic 0 for the assignment or using more time, and may be considered academic dishonest. That's typically that last sentence is a case-by-case basis. It really depends on the severity of what's there. So like the best example that I can give you is a lot of us are very like we can spot generative code, like generative AI code very easily.
Such show. my team back though. I did my job. Yeah, my entire team's back now. Yeah, you may have killed me. You got that loot, but for what? For what? Dude, the second they were disabled. No way, dude. The timing on that's so stupid. Where were you guys? Come on, you just let him die too. Oh, these people. How are they so mindless, man? You're too... Dude. Oh, you're terrible. Don't put goat in your name. You're not the goat. No way you're gonna kill yourself this storm after doing all that. Oh my god. Dude, this kid. Oh gosh. What is he doing? What is he doing? Get out of the storm. You're wasting all your heals. Oh, brother. Now you're separate. He's dying in storm. He's dead in storm. And in circle. Oh, Lord. This is cringe. No way. He's just ratting. Don't do anything. But it's good. Okay. He's being goat. He's being goat ratting at least. It was a waste of all your metal. Plus one wall. He lost his shield though. You know, it's only the build. Ooh. You're dead. Oh, no you're not. You picked up more mass. That's good. No, you need a med kit. Stop. Okay. He upgraded the shotty. Purple SMG, purple shotgun, purple control, 2 shields. No, he's set up. He's actually good. He's doing good now. Oh, dude, they're double walling to him, and he's just crouch hiding. This is sad. But he's doing good. What? Kid is struggling, just barely. Oh, it's over. It's a lot. Alright, I'll go up 18%. Restart this, we're at 49, 47. We need to catch up, we're seriously behind.
So I was in and maybe consider academic science. That's typically that last one is that case like basis is really kind of area of there. So like the best example that I can give you is a lot of us are very, like you can spot generative code, like generative AI code very easily. Once generative AI is used, that is typically the first basis for academic science. I get a lot, like throughout the months, I get a lot of people who use keywords that are referenced in the study guide, like constant, standard constant, or auto, or different methods of these all those three things are in the study guide of not to use. Most of the time, it's somebody who either forgot or they're using a feature called IntelliSense, which is baked into Visual Studio. When you're typing code, you'll see it when I do it. When you're typing code, the compiler or the software is going to predict what you're trying to write, and it could either do one of two things. It'll be a drop-down menu where you have to physically make the click or make the press tab to do what it is suggesting, or it'll be faded out gray text on your line, and if you press tab, it's going to auto. I highly recommend turning both of those features off until you know what you're doing. IntelliSense and the Copilot autocomplete are great tools, just not in this course. If you have prior experience, I know some of you said you did. I don't know whether it's any language that's been in Visual Studio or you've used Visual Studio before. Like I said, IntelliSense comes baked in. Copilot you have to manually, I believe nowadays you have to manually check it, so it may come as part of the package. You don't have to save it. But those are some things that can get you in trouble for external research. Do you have any questions on that?
Okay, we're going to pause that at 51 real quick. We're going to come back to our folders. We're going to keep that one open. Huh? What is this? What are you doing? Stop. Okay, we keep that open. That's the home folder. We're going to come here, and this is going to be our this PC folder. We're going to come to this folder, and this is going to go to this PC, but it's going to be the Windows C folder. We'll come over here. This will make things easier for us. We'll come here again. This is good practice. Now it's the college softwares only. Okay. Now we're gonna come here, and we're gonna do the same thing again. Here, here, and here. But this time, I'm gonna do this one new. Old. Software outdated. Failed. Let's do folder one. That'll make things easier. So now we're gonna come here, put these here into there, right? So now we're gonna keep this here. No, we already have that, so now we're going to keep that there. Now we're gonna put a new folder. It's gonna be downloaded. Oh no, it's gonna be college zip download lab 1. Right. So then we come to downloads, copy the compressed file. Now we'll keep downloads here, but we're gonna put this in we're gonna put this in front of this PC once it stops. Actually behind this PC? Yeah, behind this PC. It's in the back of the PC. Works for me. Windows. Okay, so then we have this one. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing again, except this time it's PC, Windows, call stuff manually. Put the zip file in there. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Before we do that, come to documents, paste it there. We're going to rename this to. Let me rename it, bro. Just let me. I hate. What's all these changes, bro? Stop it. Okay. Now we grab that, we come back, and we push. We put it there. God damn it. It's not working. Come on. Peace. Okay, documents. Where is it? I know you're right there. Copy. Copied. Dupe. Zips. Here and then here. Okay. Alright, perfect. Now we're gonna come in here. Extracted lab 1. Okay. So now we're going to right click, extract all, browse. Again, because we know where it's at. It's this PC, Windows C, college software only, college zip downloads, copy dupes, extracted lab 1, select folder, extract. Okay, there's the lab. Now that's where we put the project. spectacle. I'm out here doing the only damage, bro, like, I'm always down with no teammates, man. God, I hate people, bro. Again, like, stop dying. Stop leaving. God. It makes everybody miserable. Every time you play this stupid fucking mode, dumb fucking kid. Just leave the fucking game for once. Just kill me, I don't care. Help me! Thank you. One shot was all that was needed from a teammate. Thank you. Behind you. I just don't even want to play this. I don't have the mood, bro. There's no point. They kill you. I put you on a team, they call it a team, and it's never a team. Like, why would I try?
So a little bit more of the non-inclusive list. May not use goto, continue, const. May not use auto or size t for any other data types not explicitly discussed in the course. Some methods that you can't use is resize, ignore, and clear. That's just stuff that we just don't cover in the course at all. And then you can't use anything referencing dynamic memory or keywords or operators associated with C++. Basically, we won't even be talking about those, so don't really worry about them. And then the use of automatically generated code or corrected code in any form is not acceptable in the course. This includes but is not limited to code snippets, so like copy and paste from like an online forum, static code like that. Large language learning models or AI assistants, visual studios, extensions, plugins, or add-ons. If we do not use it, if we do not discuss it, do not use it. Again, it's zero tolerance policy or zero tolerance rule. Just general golden rule is if I don't use it or any of the other inserters don't use it. And this is a standard practice in the tech industry. Most companies will enforce similar restrictions on what you can and can't use while working within a larger code base. This is true for several reasons, including security concerns, code maintainability and long-term support, compliance and legal restrictions, performance and optimization, standardization, consistency. Me personally, I've only ever had one like corporate programming job. I didn't have it very long. The what the project consisted of was taking their legacy code that was built in Ruby on Rails, which is an old language, and turning it into I think at the time PHP 7. They required it to be done in a certain way that mimicked the programming patterns that they themselves came up with for their code base and their software in Ruby on Rails. So they're like, you can't use XYZ stuff that exists in PHP 7. You have to try and replicate it as best you can. All this legacy stuff, and that's kind of a real thing in other industries that aren't just corporate programming for business. When you're talking about like game development too, like you usually have a strict document of what you're trying to do, what you're going to do, and what you can't do, or can't use. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the many reasons why we have this policy.
I don't want to cheat.
Class rules, things that are required for every submitted assignment. The lives of crack codes, all program submissions must be zip files, no archive files, no .7s, no .bars,
so they have
no .7Ws, 7Bs, I can remember the others. So just make sure they're .zips. Your Windows extractor and compression is perfectly fine for this. You don't need to download WinRAR or anything like that. All programs must be submitted and they must build and compile cleanly, so there are no syntax errors. A minimum of 10 points will be deducted if the program will not build cleanly. Cleanly means no errors and no warnings. The 10-point deduction may and will increase based on severity and or number of errors. This, I believe, has been changed and reflects on any episode assignment that says it does not build.
Okay. That's good to know.
So, overview of software engineering, which is basically what all of us are striving to be at the end of the day. A career as a software engineer will entail a great deal of problem solving and research. Software engineers review, analyze requirements, or sets of requirements or requirement specification or document. Develop or design solutions based on their analysis of the requirements. Frequently, there will be multiple acceptable solutions. And then you're going to implement the code or the selected solution by converting the solution to programming code. So a lot of the times, when you're doing the research and the developing the solution, you're not doing it in code. You're doing it either with diagrams like flowchart or UML, or you're just writing it on text what your plan is, and you're structuring it in some way that makes logical sense to you. And then the implement is going to be, you're going to take those solutions that you've written down either in your charts or in your notes into code. To summarize the last slide, you're going to understand and analyze the problem. You're going to develop a solution, or ideally several solutions to the problem, and you're going to implement the selected solution. So just remember the acronym PSI: problem, solution, implementation. That's basically the life cycle of anything a software engineer individual.
I want to have fun with this.
All right, so some course material. Right here, we have a screenshot.
5711. Okay, so right here. I'm confused. I don't care. I stayed, so, and I had no interest in that. Just all they did was piss me off with their stupidity. Waste my time, piss me off like that. Okay. I'm gonna push this back for a moment. We're gonna push this back. Okay, now I'll push this back. Okay, so let's go to some go-goated, and then Okay, so next, one of those is to base code for we'll probably end up doing that and then having the third code or third project be adding some variables probably through without using namespace standard library referencing it anyway, so we're still going to end up using the standard double colon to basically make strings, inlines, new lines, create new in values, create new methods, I suppose, but without using namespace std, because it seems like they don't want us using that for some reason, but I guess it makes sense since it's like the base, like it's the base level. We already know all this, so we just want to work efficiency, professionalism, increase our skills from what we already know. Someone who's just going through college, going through this class for the first time, you see them struggling with this. But right now, so they'd be struggling with That's next on the list, but I do want my food and coffee. I need to fill up. Fluid movement is almost everything in video games. At least modern video games, so to speak. Now they know that if they shoot at me, I shoot back. Guess what? You're dead. Who shot at me? Yo, that makes no sense. I saw the bullet, bro. Nah.
Got Notepad with some basic C++ code. Right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 lines of code. We have this include statement for an IO stream, so this is the input-output stream library. Basically, anytime you create a console application, which is all we're going to be doing in PG1, this is automatically included. And then this is also the automatically generated code of anything that you make in a console program for C++ as well. So we have an int main. So this is a method right here, the main method. Most, if not all languages, when you make a project, there's going to be a main method or something that mimics a main method. It might not be called main. Mains are the entry point of your program. So we run the project. So say we were able to actually run this right now. What it would do is it creates a string called greeting. We assign it the value of
it's going to be the third project.
And then we use a cout or a console out statement.
It's going to be
and
the fourth
we
project.
insert the greeting variable into that cout and then endl, which stands for a new line. So, if we were to run this right now, if I had it pre-written up in Visual Studio, it would pop up command prompt terminal, whatever your operating
Fifth
system
part
happens
is
to be.
gonna
So,
be
class, I think it's on a Windows machine. Yep, so it would pop up command prompt, or PowerShell, wherever you have
The next 5
set in your
is going to be what's
and it would say hello world on the screen.
what I just said.
But in this course, we're not going to try and program anything in Notepad or Notepad++. We're going to be using Visual Studio. With Visual Studio, we see the same code right here. We also see that it's color coded. The color coding is going to depend on you, basically what you select. I believe this color scheme is the default one, at least for the operating system at the time of this, which I believe one of the previous slides says these slides were from 2023, because I think mine looks slightly different. Now, IDE is an acronym that stands for Integrated Development Environment. An IDE is a software application that assists software engineers in developing code efficiently. Visual Studio is the IDE we will be using throughout this course. So, if you have not already, I would recommend start looking either through Microsoft Azure, if the instructions are still there on FSO, otherwise Google Visual Studio Community Edition, and that's what we can be using in this course. We have a screenshot of what it looks like, and it's very small, but I think the next slide actually shows it. So here are the instructions for getting Visual Studio. So you're going to want to go to that URL, go to Open Chrome, Firefox, Opera, whatever your browser is. Go to visualstudio.microsoft.com/vs/community. It'll take you to the download page for the community edition of Visual Studio. If memory serves, it's between 9 and 15 gigs.
2 hours left.
So it may take a hot minute. So when we go on break here in a few, go ahead and start the process on that, and then we can continue on and go through a live demo. I'll do a couple more slides up until 2:05, and then we'll take a 15 minute. Questions from online? Go ahead and ask questions.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so when you first go into coursework, like I've already done everything as far as Visual Studio and all that stuff, but there's one thing in there that I'm a little concerned about. Was it had to do with the Visual Studio, where you want us to turn in a practice assignment to you through the Visual Studio. And my question is, when we're doing that, I understand the zip file. When we're doing that, can we just use the Hello World, or are we supposed to create our own?
You can use the Hello World. Basically, what you're going to do is open Visual Studio, create a new project. You can save it right then and there, close it out, zip it up, and ship it out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Yep, no worries. And for those that might not have been able to hear on campus, question was for the practice assignment, where it's basically create a project in Visual Studio, save it. You don't have to really do anything to it, just create it, save it, close it, and then go through the process of compressing it or zipping it, and then uploading it to FSS. And the reason why that is so important is the amount of times that I have unfortunately had to zero out an assignment because the upload was not correct is a number that I have stopped caring to count. I'm going to be going through a very in-depth tutorial on how to compress or zip a project during the live demo. But basically, what I can say right now, because it is a complicated process if you've never seen or done it before, is one of the common mistakes that I get every month is a single file. That could either be the .sln that's automatically generated when you create a project, or it could be the .c++ file or the .h file. If you submit one file, that's not the entire project, I can't open it, it won't open, and it won't run. It has to be the entire project. And I can show you real quick what that kind of looks like without going deep into detail about the entire process. Okay, right here is some of my just most recent files. If I go into this day9 demo zip file, if it lets me, I'll do the thing, open. So we're presenting this as a zip file, but you can see right here we have a single folder. We have 4 folders and a .sln. And then in each folder there's going to be multiple other files that we may not be able to see because we don't have hidden files viewable, or there's not hidden files in the folder and we can see them like the one that I have open right here. If a lot of people, they submit the .c++, or they submit the .sln, this is not the entire project. This is the entire project. The single folder that has all of those files is the project that we're going to be submitting. But again, we'll go through the entire process during the live demo. Yep. It is 2:08. We're going to take a 15, so go ahead and be back at 2:23. I'm going to pause the recording and pause the share. I'll leave the share up just so you have the checkboxes that you can see what you need checked. I'll still be here, so if any of the online students want to ask me a question, or any on campus students want to ask me a question, I'll be here. But we're going to take slides.
I'm going to restart the stream soon.
Okay, so Emmanuel, I'm going to put my Discord username in chat again. Because you were on Mac OS, your entire process is going to be different. And what I would say is check your email for keyword parallels and see if you got something from a wholesale email address. It's going to be an application that allows you to dual boot your machine to run both Windows and Mac, either simultaneously with a virtual machine, so you can use Windows inside of Mac in the same space, or it's a side-by-side installation where you can choose where you boot to every time that you turn on the machine. So if you don't have the email, go ahead and send me a direct message on Discord, and I will, by the end of the day, make sure that you have at least the steps to do stuff. And my username for Discord is going to check. Okay, so moving on from this, if anyone has any questions on the Microsoft Visual Studio installation, feel free to ask them now, or we can wait until the next break if it's not working for you. We can get it figured out. So again, just make sure that you have desktop development C++ and .NET development checked. The next big portion of software that's going to be part of the course is going to be Discord. Feel free to scan the QR.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We're in the stream in a minute. Oh, of course. What the hell? taking a break from studying. We got through the first hour, so now we got to get through the second hour. We still have about 3 hours and 30 minutes left, so we're making good, steady progress. Although we're still behind. Technically, our experience is ahead. We just gotta catch a little bit more, fine-tune our skills quite a bit more. So we're perfect and ready for week 2, and then even better for week 3, and even better for week 4. Setting up for the month by failing at the first of the week, so that the trials for the next 3 weeks are, well, they're set up. Prepared for it. So I don't struggle. Strong fundamentals, so I can go a little bit higher than ever before. Right? That's what we're trying to go for. New step of evolution in my gaming skills. Of course, I had to go into game development. I don't regret it. I love it. This is my passion. The hard work, errors, and trials I'm going through now, and the fails and lower grades that I'm sacrificing by waiting and procrastinating, gives me time to breathe and think, so I can get even better grades than if I didn't do it. I don't want to be stressed for the whole month and then the next few months because I'm struggling to catch up because I didn't do this month right. This month it's got to be right. This week I have to do things the way I need to do them so I can be on the same page and even ahead. I'm already looking on the next few pages. Gotta get ahead, gotta work, gotta grind. do some zombie. Yes. Back to zombies. Fuck Fortnite. I just like all the rank that Fortnite has. Wait until I get more members in my guild. Wait until I start recruiting y'all. Don't even know, man. I open up my doors to my guild and you guys will see. I'm recruiting war leaders. Individual war leaders. Difference. Cultive guildage. Something everybody else on this planet can understand. Because I'm outside the planet. Beyond the planet. Beyond the stars. In the outer space that you can never see. Blind awake fools. Bury yourselves in this planet. No, I won't. I'll get out slowly. God, I really want to program so bad. I need to do it. Just gotta get food and coffee again. Then what I'm doing is start the stream. Set the timer. Set 25-minute timer. And get more done. It'll be faster. Keep an eye. Keep track of where we're at. Every 25 minutes I'll just die in game, I guess. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. It's good. It's good to me. That's all that matters. For everybody else. I must make my profit in life now. Everybody else has profited from me. Let me profit a little bit. Let me enjoy life some. Why everybody else gotta be greedy but not me? Let me have some. I'm out here suffering. I'm just not gonna let the greed control me like everybody else does. Corrupts them, corrupts their family, corrupts their friends and relationships, their dreams. Get blinded by their stupidity. I just want to be able to afford the highest end gym membership possible. I could never imagine that. Just take a drone, the smoothest drone ride ever to the highest end gym membership. That sounds like the most bougie lifestyle known to man. What streets? I've never seen a street before. I just take my drone from the top of my tower to the other top of my tower, wherever my store is on top of that tower. That just sounds like a mega city nightmare, but also kind of beautiful in a way, I suppose. Kind of like the world that people would be expecting, like what was that cartoon? It's like Flintstones, but I don't even recall. I used to watch it. Used to watch it a lot. Oh God, what was it called? How do I not remember what it was? It used to always be on like Cartoon Network until they took it off. Or maybe it wasn't Cartoon Network. The Space City one, like the futuristic family. Get the wife, takes all the money. Teenage daughter just dips, takes the rest. Or it's the other way around, I think. I kind of want to watch that. Do a speed run of all the cartoons I used to see, and then all the animes. Oh, Dragon Ball Z is on the list. Never got to finish Dragon Ball Z. I enjoyed the hell out of that when I was growing up. It's over 10,000. Oh my god. I was on a radio TV, by the way. At one point. Projector TVs too are dope. Even better anyways than the radio TVs. I kind of still like the style of the radio TVs compared to the projectors. Like, I feel like the projectors lost a lot of life compared to the radio, but also technically it gave more life, just in pixelization. The way you can perceive, I suppose. And colors and whatnot. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. Know the full history of it, but like, I'm a historian. I want to be a historian on technology. It just sounds like a miserable life, like the lore clan type stuff. No way. I don't want to be the lore clan, but I want more lore in my clan. You know what I mean? Like, plus, I'll probably just end up selling Discord eventually. Like I always do, end up making programs in Discord and then selling my Discord. But I think I might have to change that system. I don't know. I don't like using Discord for social reasons. I use it for business. So I don't want to add people on there that are like actual friends, but I want to add people on there. I don't know. I'll probably just end up making multiple accounts. I'll just have 2 accounts, one business and one professional, but I don't know. Because I do have brand accounts for my YouTube, so I'll probably end up being maybe in like 2 years, I'll start adding people into like one Discord, into my main Discord, but I feel like I kind of like my business model. I create a Discord account, and then I just do what I do before. I create the whole game in Discord and then just sell it. Sell the whole account. Then I don't have to sell individual models. You know, that's why I did it before. But now I kind of want to like. Now that I'm like becoming a real amateur game developer, professional, official, you know, do proper education. Now my new setup's probably going to have to be zip files sent to Discord per lab. That's probably going to have to be like my new setup. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to combine my past experience with this class and what would be the most efficient use of my time and skills. The whole point of me going to this college, while I'm willing to go through all this debt, is so that I can be so valuable with this skill set that I'm passionate about, that will guarantee me a future and success with no matter what project I'm on. So that's the whole point of all the fundamentals before this, including discrete mathematics. The whole point is the fundamental setup. So now I'm actually in the programming class, Programming 1, which is, I'm told, is for C++, and that's what we're working on. But also there's like C# in there, and there's references to scripts and some other stuff that I'm not aware of, as well as different types of terms, hundreds of terms. Well, in this case, give or take about 25 or so. I'd say between 25 and 150 terms is what I've been learning this past week, and then just like trying to still stay on track with what they're learning, and that's what we've been dealing with. Now we're up to we finished all the course videos. We basically listened and read everything that we needed to. We listened to the oral stuff, including, you know, like AI usage on this. Obviously, I don't want to generate any code snippets, but it seems like using AI is okay for asking it for, like, what does this keyword mean? I don't know. regardless, you can do that, and it, even if you put that sentence into like Google Chrome, AI still automatically gets used by their AI overview. So technically, even if I do research on the terms that I've already learned and read and I already knew about before I learned and read from this class, it wouldn't be violating, because I wouldn't be like uploading code snippets to Google Chrome. So that's acceptable, at least by their standards, by their logical. So there's no logical fallacies there, but, or logical, or however you want to put it. Logical thinking is still simple. Not breaking the rules. But knowing that you're not breaking the rules is good, because I didn't know anything about it. Like, they're changing names on things too. They called it 2-strike, but they didn't call it 2-strike. They never even said that. They said 2 attempts, but they didn't call it the 2-strike notice. Each class, they're like, they make references to it, but they keep changing it. I don't have an issue with it, but now I'm also learning that apparently there's like a even if you failed the first 2 courses, which I can't see how you fail PG1. I can't see how you fail PG1. If you just don't do it, yeah, you know, you get overwhelmed. But like, if you're just doing nothing, yeah, you're gonna fail. But that's not me. I've been practicing, and I already did upload that first project, but it was an example project. So that example project was just a practice project for the lab, because what happens is people, they don't build their project. So that example project was just for them to, for new people to C++ and software engineering, which I'm not new, over 10 years, by the way, but I'm not professional, not at the level that I'm now being trained to be at. So now I'm coming up to professional. Part of professionalism as a software engineer, from what I've learned these past few months from going through college programming, it's very simple. Moral balance is important. That was a whole class. Of course, prerequisites including algebra and pre-algebra and basic arithmetic, calculus as well. Those were the fundamentals for being able to handle discrete mathematics, which is essentially using all that you've learned in math, combining it with all of your literacy skills to bring about problem solving in the world. Essentially, that's what I've been going through these past few months. Now, this entire first week of programming, of Programming 1, PG1, from what I've learned, is essentially we're just handling data input and as well understanding the basics of binary and set theory and stuff like that, which was part of discrete mathematics, and how you're combining it with C++. So having the basic fundamentals, and now that we're at programming, now we're practicing with the actual practical, and that's what the labs are for. So all these videos are important. I still have 2 hours left on this one, but I'm going to get food, coffee, and then we're going to speed run this week. We're going to speed run the first week for the next 2 hours and 30 minutes. So about next 2 hours and 25 minutes, we're going to speed run week 1, and then between 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. we're going to speed run week 2. And then before we go to sleep and end stream for the new stream, once we end this stream, we're going to end up reviewing week 3 and week 4, as well as setting up project folders and files before we end up crashing out at night. And of course, taking breaks in between the Pomodoro sessions that we're doing for the next 2 hours and a half. And then in between every 4 hours, we take like, I'd say an hour or so break maybe. So we're probably going to stay up till 5 a.m. eating, drinking coffee, grinding, practicing, programming, uploading projects, while also grinding zombies, going for round 56, our new PR, as well as making art for all 5 of these main art pieces that I need to have done within this month, because we want to make some real progress as a developer. So this sounds good to me. not only would this sound good to me, but this would also set me up for me to focus on my Discord and recruiting, which in the end would make me basically just speed up the process with my guild, which would bring down a lot of stress on my esports career, or at least it increase my chances on having a more supportive team that supports me as I'm supporting them as we go through our journey in our esports careers. So it's an esports athlete guild, Cult of Guildage. There's a lot of lore here, but it's all tied into our esports career. So I guess anybody who joins the guild would in the end be recruited into the team, as long as you're I suppose there'll be 2 tiers, but everybody can join. That's tier 1. Tier 2 is going to be all the official members that have the same esports athlete mindset as we do. So we can recruit, and people who want to stay, they stay tier 2. People who want to be official members, they have to, they have to communicate with the team. But while I'm doing all that, while the guild is technically low end, everything that's priority for the next, let's see, up until, I say for about 8 days, for the next 8 days, no, for the next 9 days, it's technically less than that, and it's 8 days and about 2 hours. But for the next 8 days and 2 hours, this is what we're going to be working on. This is going to be our month, our goal for the month, basically. It's going to be the first, I guess the first and second chapter completions. I guess the first 25% of my schedule for the next month. And that's what the first 8 days are, because we're catching up. It's about 15% for the first week, and then, give or take, up to 30% for week 2 to week 3, because we're probably going to end up finishing all of our week 2 stuff within the first 4 hours of the 7th tomorrow. That being the case, food and coffee in the stream. I need to mark down the transcript of the stream, so we're going to do that now. And, let's see. So, let's see, 1 hour and 7 minutes. Let's see, 27 seconds. 3 hours at 8 minutes. 16 minutes. Ended. Intro. Now. Discord /code. Okay, so now number 9, we're going to put that to the side. We're going to put food and coffee break.